Meeting starting, Jason.
Okay, so we're coming out of recess. This is here, still the budget hearings.
No, it's just a special meeting.
It's a special meeting, and considered a special meeting. Okay, so we're going to dispense with our normal start and just call the meeting to order. We know minutes. So what's the first budget to review?
Since Mary was here first. Mary, the day of your introduction.
Cranberry Township. Do I have a copy of that?
No, they have their copies and
Okay.
you guys just, up there with it.
It's the same.
Do what?
It's the same as it has been.
Okay.
You didn't change anything, Mary, at all?
Not that I know of.
All right, so that's Maynard Township with no changes from the previous budget. I would still like to see a copy of it.
Jackie,
Uh,
can you ask her a quick question? How are they doing on paying off, the bills?
Can you hear you?
she can hear you, Jason, so.
Doing very well, Jason. Yeah, the building that was built back when we were having a hard time with all of this other stuff that was going on several years ago is now paid off.
That's very good news.
Yes, I thought so.
Their adopted budget, Jason, adopted budget is 400,000, special Q fire is 45,000, that's their budget.
Nothing changed from last year?
Yeah, not one thing changed from last year, so you're good.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Is there a motion to,
There's
I'm
no
just saying
motions
this,
or
we do them all at the end.
anything. There's no motions, it's just a review, and you will
I thought we
finalize,
had to say,
you will finalize it at the October meeting.
okay. I know we have to say something at some point.
This is just the public input for that.
Good, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mary.
Larry's here, so I guess we'll do him next.
Okay. The Posey Fire District. So we asked for a 4% increase on the property tax, so that brings that up to 217 from 209. And then also this summer, we set up a Cume fund through the county, through you guys. So we haven't collected any money on that yet, but the projected for next year would be 59,900, and that's higher than what they had projected earlier, but anyhow, that's what they got in the budget, so.
Assessed value is a lot higher.
Okay, protected also probably. I didn't bring the full set, I'm sorry, but I got
You can just have Larry look at it.
that's the last 3 years, or 2 years in.
That 4% is clear. Keep it on.
No, the 4% was on the regular budget.
Oh.
And then the cumulative fund
Jason, what
was 0.0333.
Posey's budgeted 168,831,373. I'll send a picture of this to you, okay?
Sure.
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
For other information, if you want, we were setting aside money to buy a new truck, and we just signed an agreement last month to buy a new truck for $940,000. We have about between 800 and 900 CDs right now toward that, and so that'll be paid in cash when it comes, and we'll be accumulating for the second truck. So,
For a while.
for a while.
They are expensive.
That's incredible. I have no idea that they're expensive. That's incredible.
And that's fine. A lot of times it's without.
Yeah, this
Or
is,
anything on it.
yeah, this would be lettered, and this would be, the style that has rollover protection and all that stuff on it. It'll be our main bumper. It won't have any equipment on it, but, extension latch, but the rest of it is, like,
Thank you. All the prices have gone up since the last time I bought a fire truck, which was the tanker.
yeah. No, the rescue truck that we bought was 350, so in 2002, or no, 2020, I'm sorry, 2000.
Wow.
I'm convinced that anytime they sell something to a government entity, they're gonna ratchet the price whatever they want.
I have a question for Mary.
That's why when we bid buildings and stuff for the county,
Yeah.
we go out and have individuals bid it, and then bring back the bids, and then they tell them where it's going to go.
My question is, and maybe you know, maybe you don't, I'm asking you, not an answer. The Corey Fire Chief headed up a team and schooling.
Great bid safety.
Yes, and there was 2 fire departments out in Glenmont that did participate, Banger was one, and I didn't know why they did unless they depend on.
I'm not sure, I know that they do have, the last time I was in there, they had a list of their trainings, that they've either gone through that, and it may be that they've had it somewhere else, 'cause I know,
Well, they said, no, or,
They've relied sometimes on Belmore and they have it, is what they said could possibly.
yeah, could happen.
I'll just.
I'll check.
Also, and I'm on that great crew, they got a meeting here that said, anyhow, they were looking at people that would be generally available, during the day, that type of thing, if possible. And then they were required to go to the training, and so some of them couldn't make it that day, that kind of thing.
I'm
So
just wondering.
we had 28, I think, people, attend the training from various departments.
I had a training set up, it's very neat.
Yeah, it was real good training for the company out of Illinois that actually does that work and has had several experiences.
I'll check.
I'm just curious.
We just want to make sure they're covered.
Yeah, I know that they've had some before, but it's probably wasn't as extensive in that, so I'll
We
check.
just want to make sure you guys are covered.
And the group will cover the whole county, so.
Right.
You know, they have, Clay City will be set up with equipment and Torrey will be set up with equipment and the rest of us will come without equipment.
I just know Jason asked that question too.
Okay.
He was wondering why
I will check.
possibly Van Buren, but he said possibly, but Belmore will be
Yeah.
who you guys would draw from anyway.
But I don't remember the other fire department.
I don't either, that didn't come
Was it
to you.
Poland? Was Poland?
Yeah, I don't think Poland was there.
Okay. Thank you very much. Who else would have?
That's it,
Lewis.
yeah, Lewis Township, but apparently Brian's not here, Brian husband, and Clayton on soil and waste. And usually there's no one there. So just those two, so, you can close the public hearing for that.
You said Clay Owen, or is it just Clay?
No, it's Clayton Owen,
Is that the total?
solid waste,
Yeah, so you got like $5
$1.
$1,
$1.
yeah.
Okay, I thought it was going to pull out that.
Well, they kind of have, but we'd love to like, I don't know if they ever changed that legislation.
Okay.
Because there's been discussion of reviving some of that stuff, but it never happened, so
And you,
we didn't figure the dollar were gonna kill us, we just left.
oh, what is it? I was like, I thought that Poland County Commissioners pulled out of that.
Well, several years ago, they did take every dollar out of their side. That's how broke they were. I think they had $25 in there, didn't I? But I think I better listen. But anyway, they didn't, they took it all out, but so they technically haven't had it, but we've always kept it in there just to keep it open in case they ever do revive those. All right. Anybody else? So we just need to adjourn this. Did we want to, can we talk about other things?
On Clay County, you can close the public hearing for those two so they can leave if they want to leave.
Okay, so this is what we'll close the public hearing on the special budget fire district. Thank you very much.
And I'll find out for you, we're going
Okay,
to,
well, it's not like I don't see what's
yeah, that's here.
Programs.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
See you guys.
Thank you.
Jason, you want to hang in here? We're going to talk a little bit about budget. Okay.
I'm gonna start off, Patty, on county general, Department 32, the jail shift supervisors, says there's 9 of them. The proposed budget was $452,000. We had cut it back to $381,000, and you got it in at $480,000.
Why did we cut that back?
Well, we gave everyone a 6% raise out of that. There's 9 people in there, and they're making about $40,000 a year to divide the budget out. And now they're making $53,000 a year.
So,
So how much
go to
was it
jail,
making?
you said location 32?
Yes. Location 32,
Okay, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about 13303,
Okay.
jail shift supervisors.
Mm-hmm.
He proposed $452,000, and you got $480,000 in there.
So if you take the,
And last year's budget for that was,
so they increased,
361.
okay, so they increased their shift supervisors up to 9 now. And at, let's see, 6%.
Thinking that was one that Bryson said that he had asked for more than 6%. Create a bigger disparity. So I would
So-
guess that might have something to do.
So you take the 21,930 times 84 hours that they work, times 26, which is 47,895 and 12 cents. Take that times 9, and you get 431. So that should be 431 and 57. Let's take the wrong key on that one. I can change that. After a while, keep up our line. That should be 431,057.
Okay. I think per our discussion, Sheriff asking, we need to raise that up to 450,000. Give them about 50,000 a year. But they're actual that you have in there, or they're adopted, so we have an adopted budget and then added one person to it, do I have that right? Last year's budget, I'm looking at the sheet. Things said adopted, so we added a position to that,
We
right?
did
Okay. So
369 positions.
361 divided by 8, having $45,000. And so now we're talking, it's gonna bring them up to 50 grand. Give them a call.
Are you giving them more than what you said then?
More than 6%.
We're giving them more than 6%.
Okay, but I was not, so are you giving them a flat increase or what?
You're the one that figures it all out by the hour, but I'm saying the budget amount, I would think the budget amount at $450,000 is a $50,000 a year job. So they would have got a $5,000 increase.
The jail
Whatever that
supervisor.
figures out to be.
50,000, 50,000. Yeah. So whatever so that's right in line with what price has been proposed for those guys.
You're just increasing it to flat 50,000?
Per person.
Okay, yeah, per person, we're 9 people.
Yes.
No, whatever that hourly rate figures out to be.
No.
And on my list here.
It'll be about 2289.
Okay.
So what's the total for the budget item? Budget line?
Or 5288, but, it's 50,000 times 9 will be 450. So that'll give them some wiggle room in case something happens down the road.
So what's that add up to then?
Pardon?
What did you say that added up to?
450.
450,000,
Okay.
50 times 9,
And so what's the hourly rate then?
2389.
2289.
2289, I'm sorry.
2280.
And Jason wants it up to $452.88 in case something happens.
Yeah, I think that's good that way.
452.88. So let's just left it at that.
Yeah. That or if there's any days or something.
Okay, my next one is the assistant jail commander. Let me just talk about this because, we had this discussion with Bryson and he's given us all a letter about surrounding communities and then people who had the population of jail that we had. And, we are what those people are getting paid. And he proposed a decent raise for some of his people here. And he proposed getting some separation so that these jobs are much more attractive to work towards and everything. And the size of jail we got, I don't disagree with it.
Well, the thing of it is, when you add it all up, it doesn't add, to create the disparities he's actually create. We're not talking about a huge expenditure as a total.
Right.
It's not a huge expenditure as a total. And I agree with what he says when he says that you can't get people to take those supervisory jobs if they're only going to do it for a little bit more than what you get paid not to have. I wouldn't want to do it either. So we need to create a bigger gap, which is what he's asking.
Is that what you were going for, Jason?
Yes.
Mr. Britton, you got any ideas?
No, everybody needs to keep in mind, and I know it's been said before, but any of those positions that are related to the ICE, it's like grant money, right? Well, if it dries up, we have to keep that in mind.
I had that whole discussion with Bryson on the phone Friday. And he's very well aware of that. And he knows that he is 100% convinced it won't. But I had a good friend that retired from another job to take a job and he got guaranteed, and he got laid off last week. So after he'd been on the job,
No guarantees.
there is no such thing as a guarantee.
So we gave the other supervisors a 6% raise, correct?
Yes.
So what are you proposing on this? assistant jail commander.
Well, and
Well, and actually, the jail supervisors were getting more than 6%. Because it created that gap, which is what he had asked for.
the
But
jail,
originally we give 6% right there.
We give everyone who's in a supervisor position, even on this side of the street, a 6% raise. But what we're trying to do is create some disparity, it might take a little bit more than that. in Some of these positions.
so I guess where I was looking at it, the shift supervisors are gonna have $50,000 a year.
The one, the 13,307 is gonna change to
Thank you very much.
200,000.
But, oh man, I was hoping he's gonna leave that. I was gonna tell him to send my retirement money from the co-op.
Yeah.
To the thing. Sorry for
No problem.
The jail commanders, which there are 2 of,
What number are you guys?
Okay, hold on, the 13,307 is gonna change back to the 200, 928, they'll give them a little bit of 928, but, wiggle room for adjustments.
Is that what you're
Because
thinking?
that will change, because that goes to the 2289. So now, which one are you talking about, Jason?
Oh, she's looking at the 307. We changed the 303.
Yeah, we changed 303.
Right, but you also gotta change the 307,
Right.
because that's the same thing, the 2289. So then the jail commander, what are you wanting to change
okay,
that
so
to?
you're gonna take that one up to 400,000, right?
452,008.
Well, there's not as many.
There's only 4, so that goes to, that
So,
50,000, that's 200. 928.
Yeah, I'm good there.
Okay.
I guess let me talk the scale of things. The jail commander, which we only have one of, he's got elbow load. And I really think Bryson had proposed 62,000, which was a decent raise for him, but looking at that sheet of paper and surrounding areas and jails of our size, I mean, they make up to $90,000. And I think with what he's doing and the load he's carrying, and, you know, we got a lot of prisoners over there, but I think we ought to take him up to about $75,000.
I agree.
And then,
We know that he's been offered significant raise. We can't compete with it, but we think he'll stay.
the assistant jail commanders, which there's 2 of them, I was
What are you
gonna
talking
propose, just hang on.
Okay.
I was gonna propose, we raise them up to about 58,000, they're about 50,000 right now. Right in the current budget, they're about 52,000. But I propose we run them up to about 58, and then the jail supervisors and the ICE supervisors at 50. So there's a clear delineation between what people are being paid for positions they're in.
So ICE people aren't on this one.
Well, there are 2
The
ICE,
4 of them,
4 ICE kids.
What numbers are they?
the 307.
306.
Oh, okay, I see it now.
And that's what I was gonna propose. And then on the other side of that, he has a first deputy.
Jason, real quick.
Yeah.
That, I mean, if you go from 50 grand a year to 58, that's a 16% increase. I know what you're trying to do.
I know,
That's big.
I know, but they're helping run that jail. And that's big.
Yeah, I know, it's just a pretty big jump, right?
And
I'll defer to everybody else's opinion, that's just mine.
Are we pulling, ICE money to fund this, or is it going
Well,
to the general?
There is no such thing as ICE money, like Mike just said. It all goes in county general. So, I mean, it's all in county general. We have plenty of money in county general to do this. We don't separate ICE money out separately. It's all goes into county general.
But what you're asking is that the ICE money that's coming in?
Correct.
Yeah.
if we didn't have all those prisoners over there, we wouldn't even consider this because the job would be much less demanding.
This is public opinion, by the way.
When Brandon's not there, it's just supervisors.
Just advertising.
Well, it's all part of the budget here.
So, that, I mean, that's my proposal, if we would take those guys and make a clear delineation, make sure we get Brandon put in plenty of money, and then the first deputy, the chief deputy, when Brandon's not there, he's in charge, and I'd suggest we bump him up too.
So go back to what ones you're wanting to jail.
I think the 13,400 and 13,600.
13,400, I would propose making that 75,000.
And it's right now, it's
From
53.
53,
Yeah.
He just got offered $190,000 salary with a $15,000 signing bonus to go to ICE, by the way.
And the one,
Thankfully, we don't think he's gonna do that.
and then what's the next
the
one?
one right under it, which is,
600?
133, yeah, I would suggest making it 116,000.
The what?
116,000.
But that's for two people.
Yeah, that's for two
So
people,
that's really 58,000.
$58,000 a piece.
And then,
And then on the sheriff's budget,
so the ICE supervisor, you're gonna keep at the 200.
yes,
That's what you want, is the
so the ICE supervisors and the jail shift supervisor are each making 50,000.
So then, where's the sheriff budget, the one? that you-
Sheriff budget
What
is,
number is that?
Well, before we go over to the sheriff, you guys, you're over about 4,000 in the 32, so you need to lower something.
Because you're over your advertised budget, if we
Yes.
should go with that.
yeah, if we go for that, then, I mean,
Well, then I think what you ought to do is instead of making it 58, why don't we just, there's 4 of them, right?
Two.
There's two.
Why don't we just make it 56? That's correct.
doesn't screw up my formula.
Well, because that's a $6,000 differential, that's $500 a month.
I'm fine with it.
Weren't there 4 others in the other number where it was 16% increase?
Are you talking about the ICE shift supervisor, Jason?
Yes, yeah.
Or we could make
Wherever he was going from 50 to 58.
No, there's 2 of those guys.
Just two.
Okay.
That makes it 112. I'm all right with that.
And that would be a 56 instead of 58, so that'd probably be what, about 12 or 13%? Written.
Yeah, I'm driving now.
I know.
I can't calculate.
So you're still over the advertised by $437.
Okay, I'll find that in a minute.
But that's if we go with 75 for the jail commander.
I
If
just,
we decide the
I
ICE,
just
you're gonna use the
think we
line.
gotta do that.
Make him higher, make him 74, then we're
Maybe
right.
74.5.
12%, Jackie.
Oh, okay, it's 12% now instead of 16.
I think, well, leave him 75 and get it someplace else.
Okay.
I mean, I just know when he's getting offered to move, and I don't want to too much.
As far as the bus is concerned, we're gonna be obviously getting off those 2 of the buses. And I'd like to go out when we drop that,
195?
or I would say 180, and then still gives a little bit more make up for the other part.
Yeah, won't we do that?
180,000 on the bus.
Yeah, so we can cut $20,000 out of the bus. Pricing himself said,
Well, like you said, we're gonna sell those two.
What number is that, Mike?
That is,
45009 down at the bottom,
30 bottom line on that.
where it says vehicle.
yeah,
280.
Because if they
180.
get the bus and decide to go the van route, which obviously. he said-
Well, and the bus might come in at 220,
Right.
and he's gonna come back for an addition.
Well, whatever he can get rid of those 2 buses, say, all right, hey, this is what you get, then get rid of the 2 older buses and make up the difference.
yeah, because I'm sure the county would like for them to go by anyway, they're sitting down there. So,
But they were, what we've got,
jump.
already passed down and rotated out by the feds anyway.
Okay, then where did we want to go to the sheriff's?
1170,
1170.
I think it's 1170.
The chief deputy is in the county general fund. Is that where you wanted to go?
Yeah. What number is that?
County general and 5.
What is it, Pat?
That is 11,104. And that's 75, 196,000.
We think Jason and I talked about this on the one, I think came to 75,000, so he's the same as the jail chief.
Well, you wouldn't want him under.
Right.
I mean, that wouldn't be right.
That's how we got it's whatever.
Did we?
With the rate, it came out to be 75,196.
To see who's already there, so. Yeah, you don't want him
It
under.
was what?
75,196. For the deputy chief, you had,
Okay,
yeah.
so it's 75,196.
That's not an issue there.
Why don't we have it at 0?
Oh,
I got, that from the safety side, zeroed it down.
Yeah.
So it's in
Move
both
it to
places.
the county general.
And in both places, so we took out public safety, left
County
it
general.
to drop the public safety side.
Okay. Yeah, I took it out.
Okay. One zero in here is the part-time prosecutor. The 0 because that had to be used.
Okay.
So there's not a problem with that one then.
No,
And it's-
we're good.
Anything else? The only thing I was thinking, and we may not be worried about it, when we were doing the 6% for supervisory,
Mm-hmm.
did you do that at the highway also?
Like, we're telling you 4%.
But I didn't know if Brad and Justin or Andy, who's in charge now? Well, there's an Andy.
Justin's the office.
Yeah, Justin's the office manager,
Right.
but Brad and
Brad's the highway supervisor.
Charles, I think they call him Andy. I left them
His
on
assistant.
4%.
so should we do Brad for 6?
Question is, do they have any money in their budget to do it?
It was really tight.
I just didn't, I was asking.
I did 4% is what I sent you guys.
Okay,
Which I think we just need to leave that alone, because
Okay,
we're gonna
that's
have to, we had to balance that budget, if you recall.
They do have a different,
And then when we go back and do some equipment or whatever, we're
Then we
gonna do,
can-
if we
yeah.
want to tweak it, we can.
that's fine. We're
But
good
that's
then.
what accounting, not county general.
so anything else?
Yeah, I have several things.
Mike, you want to say something?
And well, I was back onto the county highway, I know there's something about taking the county general for equipment. I'd just like to see you guys, commissioners, say, okay, what equipment needs to be replaced, well, obviously, know the bucket truck, because it can't get certified. What type of cost are we looking at, it says for the dollar amount? Says, okay, it's gonna cost X amount of dollars, but this equipment, this piece of equipment, we need this, just, it's.
Oh, I think we need it.
Because I know they have to open it up for
Bids.
just so you can see something at the beginning of the year. It gives them time to start.
Well, the good news is,
Yeah.
because of the way we're doing it, we can kind of just wait and see what they kind of bids they get, and kind of go from there.
Right.
But we'll still do it as an additional anyway, so.
Well, I think you're saying go and get the bids.
Start.
Yeah,
Prices, so you can just say, set up and say, all right, we need X amount of dollars, and we want to get this.
Because they need this stuff sooner than later.
Yeah, I think they should start letting us know what.
Good idea.
Because sometimes, especially with equipment, it takes a while to put specs together, because I know, that fire truck, we wait 30 days, and hey, this is what we want, and just get a bid back, it's 30 days,
Then the bill, sometimes after that.
and it takes 2.5, 3 years.
Well, look at that, those trucks that are sitting over there, they're just waiting for it, so.
In county general, Department 30, Department 11411, which is the commissioner's budget.
what day was that?
So. Used to be morning or Thursday morning.
I'm looking at the spreadsheets, Patty sent me. But you got the mechanic in there, that's the mechanic,
Yes,
and, you gave him a $300 raise. And I think he ought to, he got him in at 64,000, and I think it ought to be $67,059.
I was thinking though,
with the 4%,
that the commissioners had said, when we got it, the raise last year, that they weren't going to give me one this year or something.
that they weren't giving him one.
Yeah, but that's something we need to ask about before we.
He was at $62,025. I don't remember.
I don't remember that.
And that's
I don't remember.
4% is 64,040.
He was at 64,000.
Well, give me it.
And you got him to 64,000 still.
No, he was at $62,005 last year, this year.
I had him at 64480.
I've got 62005.
We made it 62. Okay, you got 4% in there, fine. No, sorry.
Yeah, you had him on our thing at 62,005. The year before was 29,005.
Too many sheets.
Yeah, lots of sheets.
Okay, that's, I mean, I'll have more questions later, but they're just nickels and dimes. I think.
So everybody can get to where they're going.
Yeah.
Jason, we're gonna say bye to you.
I'm still not to where I need to be.
Where are you?
I just went 3,000.
Oh, did you?
But we're not waiting on you.
You can head
I'll
on,
be there for 10 minutes. Hold tight.
Yeah, right.
you can go, you can head on home.
Thank you guys for calling me.
All right.
I was late.
No problem.
It's all right. See you later. Well, we need to adjourn the meeting.
That's what we do with the journey.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Yes.
Where you might go.
Stay with one, Steve, but he's outvoted.